Again, the Mets are the story here because they've been hit 19 times this year. 19 times. The Mets today played their 20th game. They fell to 14-6. They've been hit 19 times. Before we dive into the Mets, real quick, I understand why Nolan Arenado is sensitive to this. When you get caught up and you are the best player on your team, and you're caught up in this game, in this atmosphere, and you're like, is my season about to end? I'm after the best start I've ever had. Is my season about to end right now because the guy's going to drill me with 98 miles an hour? I understand why Nolan Arenado would be on edge.
So you ought to talk to maybe some of your pitchers in addition to what you just said. Now, Gregor, you're right. Because, look, again, the emotion of this, can't say enough about it. And it's instantaneously, right? It happens. Guys snap. They react differently. So that was Nolan Arenado. But I also know if you're on a staff that's known to hit guys or come inside and you're not effectively able to throw inside and you end up hitting hitters from the opposing team, you then have to deal with the ramification of your own guys potentially getting this. And this is what we see. We see the brouhaha of eventually a boil over. Yes, this is beyond the Cardinals series because, as you just said, Greg, 19 times for the season. Alonso's been hit, McCann and
Lindor hit the face.
You know, right on down the line. So there's frustration, to say the least. And that's what you saw here today. And Arenado, I'm sorry, he had to have known to some level.
Oh, he knew
that he may get dusted.
Yeah, he knew.
But it's okay that he's not okay with it.
Yeah, right? I just think at this point you got to understand you got to take care of yourself because it's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball in the ribs is not cool. So you might as well let everybody know I'm not okay with it. And if you do it again, it's about to go down.
So at what point? And I'm not saying in this series, the Mets were hit 5 times. But at what point do you start looking at your own guys going, hey guys?
Oh yeah.
You know, we might get hit now. Stop. What are you doing? Does that happen?
Look, I think this is a problem that it's a StatCast problem. Because I think nowadays, when we talk about pitching, it's all about velocity, RPMs, up in the zone. Nobody cares anymore if you can throw in or if you can throw away. Like they just don't care. It's can you throw 98 and can you blow it by people? And the younger the guys are and the harder they throw, the more they're going to get an opportunity. Like when I came up, it was 2 things. Can you get people out and are you dominating in the minor leagues? Right now, there's none of that. They don't even care what your ERA is. They just want to know if your whiff is pretty good, right? That's all they care about. It's when I came up in the minor leagues, it was, man, this guy is dominating in AA and AAA. This guy can pitch inside. This guy can pitch away, even if he throws hard, even if that's happening.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they just don't care. It's if you can throw 98 and the book says throw in on a guy, well, guess what? That in is going to be in somebody's rib.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. For a hitter, you have that emotional side. And you were talking about that. You have that 10-second emotion when you get hit. And that emotion can lead to these types of things.
And it's built up to this, obviously. And yonder, I mean, you've been hit plenty, and it doesn't hurt. I mean, it does hurt with respect to how it plays out. And often, you don't really care at times as to how it actually transpired. And I wanted to just go through some takes. Because I started saying, all right, I know they've been hit a lot. But, like, where and what circumstance are they hit? Now, this one here, crazy, right? Whitley, he gets right up. This was last night. And it's a changeup. So, you're not trying to hit it. But when you start, stop right there, please, Greg. When you start hitting guys from shoulder to head, I don't care if it's a backup slider, a changeup, whatever. You're going to be like, man, you got to figure out a way to get that ball somewhere away from my face because now you're talking about my livelihood. So here, I just wanted to go through a few there. You got Starlin Marte, bases loaded, 9th inning. Go ahead, play it. And Brooks, it's a 2-seamer in on his hands, elbow. Not happy, not on purpose.
That's the emotional
Again, stop right here. 7th inning. Mets are up by 2. 7th inning. Bases loaded. Go ahead and run it. Widener hits him in the elbow. Not on purpose, guys. A two-seamer in on his elbow. Canna. Stop right there. 1 second. We got a 2-0 lead. Fourth inning. It's 1st and 2nd with 1 out, and it's a front door slider that he hits him. Go ahead and play it. So not intent. Bases loaded. 4th inning. 1-2 count.
He's leaning in on that.
2 strikes.
you're not trying to hit anybody with bases loaded.
But they're not getting out of the way either.
Backdoor slide, they're not getting out of the way.
They're not getting out of the way.
These, all right, stop right here, because this is where it gets serious.
Yeah.
All of those right there that I showed you, and there's more, but for the purpose of time, it's like you're looking at like, he didn't throw a backup slider to hit you on the elbow. He didn't throw a changeup to hit you in the rear end. This right here, that started the year in D.C. against the Nationals. This is Steve Cishek. Go ahead and play it, Greg. You got Francisco Lindor, runner at second base. He's trying to move a runner over. This is scary beyond. This is right between his eyes. Looked like it was going. It's a 0-1 count. Buck Showalter, you defend your guys. You don't care. You start coming up near the neck, you got to be careful. All right, back it up. Back it up for me here. All right, so little open stance. McCann, 1-2 count, first and third. Go ahead and play it. 2 outs.
And they're trying to go up and in.
You could see where the catcher's setting up. Now, is it right? Back to what you said yonder. No, it's not right. Here's a dude right here. Stop and release. This is a 2-seamer. Look at this guy right here, Machado. He's like getting right here, just what you said.
I got you. I'm
going to throw it as hard as I can. Look where the catcher's setting up. High, inner third. I don't know. Does he know how to throw inside effectively and let it rip? Go ahead and play it. Well, we know he doesn't. He almost hit him in the face if McCann doesn't lift his shoulder up. And then here, 2-2. Stop right here. Thompson. I know. It's scary and dangerous. And this is where it comes down to. Low 3/4 slot, gets underneath it, almost hits him, hits the shoulder, and hits him on the little mask he's got. So, yes, you're upset. And yes, when you start talking about shoulder to head, that's where it all, like, timeout. We got to tap the brakes here, because you guys got to figure out throwing inside, because you're going to get my guys killed, because this is exactly what happens. There's retaliation. You've got to be able to throw effectively inside. If you can't, you shouldn't be in the big leagues.
You hit 117 guys.
Yeah.
Did you belong in the big leagues? I think you did.
Yeah, but that's not that many guys as a starter.
Well, you went through a period where you were a bit erratic. You would hit guys.
Yeah. And
But weren't you effectively wild?
I'm not going to tell you who, but you have managers of those, how many?
117.
Of those 117, based on what has transpired with your guys.
Where it was intentional.
You have your manager and you know what you need to do.
Okay.
But it was fraction.
Okay.
But I'm glad you mentioned that, because I hit a lot of guys. Can I
show you one?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to show one where Al Leiter is facing Manny Ramirez of the Cleveland Indians. Al Leiter hits Manny in the head. Now, if you're in the dugout of the Cleveland Indians, I'm curious, what were they saying to you, Al Leiter?
I don't remember. I think Lance Parrish was behind the plate. Thank God for that.
Big catch.
No, not to make fun or light of that. I threw inside a lot. If you looked at Manny, he went down this way as opposed to.
He did duck down.
He ducked down. I think he ducked his head into the ball.
Are we on something? There's more inside pitching than ever before now. We're trying to get back to inside pitching. Guys are missing inside.
Boy, oh boy, that could be a great breakdown at some point. I mean, maybe.
I don't think so.
You don't think guys are coming in?
I just think guys just can't throw inside. And
I know, but then why are we showing? We showed that just on the Mets. How many of those pitches where you saw the catcher setting up inside?
With 2 strikes, you call that fastball. You want to throw everything you've got in the tank.
Inside.
I bet if there's no 2 strikes, I don't think that pitch just sails up and in like that.
But this is a point. You're saying 1-2 or 0-2, you're coming inside.
Fastball inside. Guys are going to let it eat.
Okay. So
whereas, I'm trying to get a strike. I can't miss over the plate. I'm going to make sure that ball, it's either a ball away or it's a strike in the corner.
I'm
trying to surprise. It's a surprise element of a 2-strike pitch.
It's unique to every batter. You go through a scouting report, you're looking at it, we go over all the hitters, and if Pete Alonso,
second cousin,
it says, man, he wants the ball out over the plate, you hang a slider, he's going to hit it out of Yellowstone, you better come inside. So if that's the report, and you have pitchers that don't have the ability to effectively throw inside, this is what you're getting.
What about this conspiracy theory? All of these guys getting hit they're all National League games. The pitchers don't hit anymore.
I think that has a little something to do with it.
You do believe this conspiracy theory? Well, it's being thrown out there.
Well, why is it a conspiracy theory? If I know that if I'm wild and I'm coming inside and I let one go, I know that I'm not getting up next inning because we have a DH.
You really would
No, not that I'm trying to hit anybody, but I might be a little bit.
You pitched in both legs, so you felt more free to pitch inside when you were at the Blue Jays. But when you were at the Marlins or the Mets, you're like, I'm going to have to hit in the fourth inning.
No, I got to take that back. No, I hit just as many guys. But I was different.
I pulled Pedro Martinez just right at the guy.
Yeah, no, I didn't change.
Oh, okay.
No, good point. No,
yeah. All right.